Okay everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use PBR materials, specifically substance materials, in both 3ds Max and Vray, and then also in Unreal Engine. So many of you may know that with the newest version of Unreal Engine 4.19, it comes with some free substances, 112 of them. What you may not know is that 3ds Max also has free substances in there, and you can actually use the new free ones from Unreal Engine in 3ds Max with Vray as well. So it gives you a lot of options. I'm going to show you how to use them in both places and how to get as many free ones as you possibly can. First thing you need to do is have a substance login. And in the new Unreal Engine, if you open 4.19 and you have the substance source plugin installed already and operating in your engine, which you can do by going to edit plugins, make sure it's enabled, and it will reset your engine. I've showed this in other videos, but you should have this button here, source. If you go to this, you can see I'm already logged in, and these are all the ones that I've added to my personal library. The included with Unreal Studio, 112 of them. You can see you can download any one of these and add it to your library. I like this one, so let's add it to my library. So by just hitting download when you are signed in, it will add that. So if you go to My Assets now, all the ones you've downloaded will be there. So there's that one. So I've showed you how to use this a little bit in Unreal Engine in a previous video. But what's really cool is if you search the internet for the Substance 3ds Max plugin, it can take you to here, Allegorithmic, which is the maker of Substance slash Substance 3ds Max. I just did a search for 3ds Max Substance plugin. If you go to download, if you go to the download by button and press it, this actually just brings you to the list of all the different substance products. And if you go here and scroll down, okay, you'll see that there is a substance plugin for 3ds Max. Substance plugin for 3ds Max 2018. It's available for download, and it works. So when you have that installed in 3ds Max, you will get a new file menu up here, or a new menu item up here, Substance. Okay, and this is what it has, Substance Settings. Okay, the cool thing though is that it has the Substance source here, and it also has Substance to Vray. So I'll show you how to use those. So in Unreal Engine, we know how to access Substance source. We get all those free substances in there, which is awesome. So we know how to use those in Unreal Engine basically. If you haven't seen that yet, then what you do is just, when you hit download here inside Unreal Engine, boom, you'll hit that. It'll add it to My Assets, but it will also add it to your scene here. So here is that same thing. And then if you haven't used Substance before, you can go watch my other video, and it shows how you can take these Substance graph instance, click on it, and it gives you all the parameters that are adjustable, that are exposed in that substance, and you can just use sliders to adjust the look of that object pretty dramatically, of that material pretty dramatically. Okay, so that's how I use it here, and you can do it in Max as well, using this plugin, which acts as kind of a bridge. So the way you do it is you go into your material editor, okay, and you'll want to use the not compact, but the slate material editor here. And what you can do, with all your maps over here, you'll notice that there's a substance map and there's a substance 2 map. Substance map is the old one, and it does not actually work with this new plugin that we're trying to use. So what it is, you drag it in, the substance, and then you just load a substance from here. And the good thing about this is it directs you directly to your path for all the free substances that come with 3D Studio Max. So that's Program Files, Autodesk, 3ds Max 2018, Maps, Substance, and then you have Noises, and you have Textures. Okay, so you can use those, say corrugated metal, right? The only problem is, if we now select that and go to Substance to Vray, it will say, please select a substance node in Slate Editor to create the material. So obviously it's not working, and that's because we use the substance map. We want to use the substance 2 map. But keep in mind where those substances are. We can go back to those, and those are just a bunch more free substances for us. And they can, in fact, be used if we use the substance to map. Okay, so here we have two options available to us. We can load a substance and go to where we just were, right? So corrugated metal is back. Okay, and then we can go to substance to V-Ray, and it links everything up for us. Okay, so here's our V-Ray material, and it's using our substance map right there. Okay, but in addition to that, we also have substance to drag it in. We have access to the ones that we added to My Assets in Unreal Engine, which is cool. So when you can go here to Substance Source. And of course, we're in Max now, accessing Substance Source, but if you go to My Assets, we still have all those same ones that we downloaded already in Unreal Engine. So remember, I downloaded Iceland Grassy Cliff, and here it is in Max. I just hit download here, and it actually just saves it to disk for me. So Iceland Grassy Cliff, sbsar file type. Okay, so now that's available to me in here. So if I go here, load substance, navigate to wherever I've saved it, there's my Iceland Grassy Cliff. And then I just select it and say substance to V-Ray, and it takes all the proper maps and wires them up. And you may know from working with PBR materials that the maps don't translate directly to V-Ray because it works more with metallic and roughness rather than reflection and glossiness. So it's not exactly the same, but what this is doing, what this substance plugin is doing, is kind of making the transition more clean. So you'll notice that there's some output maps and some color corrections on here. I believe that is for gamma correction. So this one is kind of doing okay, so that one's setting the gamma to 2.2 on that particular map. Up here, there is no color correction. On this color correction, we're doing kind of a reverse gamma, 0.454. Okay, so I don't know exactly how it's setting that all up, but the nice thing is that the substance plugin is doing it all for us. Okay, so making maps like the metallic map properly translate into a V-Ray material, which is awesome. You notice that goes into Fresnel IOR, which I wouldn't be able to translate these things like this because that doesn't, I haven't gone in and studied and picked this apart to see exactly how it's doing it. But it is quite interesting to see how those PBR maps translate directly to V-Ray materials. So let's just try it out here. Let's put our Iceland. Oh, one thing that we haven't talked about. If you haven't worked with substance materials before, if you just click on this map here, here's all your sliders. So if we open preview window of just that map, then we can change the growth amount, right? So pretty cool. So this is all working with masks that are set up in Substance Designer, and the mask is either exposing more or less of the green, depending on how we adjust this slider. Pebble amount is kind of doing the same type of thing. You can see how cool this is. And it's, of course, updating every map as we do this, not just one map. So the diffuse, the reflection, all that stuff. Okay, so there you go. That's adjusting it. You can also go down to, okay, here's luminosity. Here's other settings for it. One thing I adjust often is the coordinates, and that's just like with a regular map. I by default use real world scale, so if I turn that off, it sets it to tiling 1, which will show us better for this example. Okay, and that's basically it. So all these maps were updated as I was adjusting those sliders. So the whole V-Ray material adjusts, which is super nice because you don't have to go adjust the bump map separately and all that kind of thing. It's all adjusting together. That's a pretty slick thing about these substance materials. So let's just put that on, apply it to our object here. Now, one thing I've noticed, this is already mapped, this is just a sphere in a little studio setup. One thing I've noticed is that I'm having just some display issues with these substance materials. You can see it's just black. And I don't know if that's part of my setup or what, but they kind of go on and off. So sometimes they're showing and sometimes they're not. I'm not sure what's going on there yet, but let's just render it so we can see what it looks like. So that was an old one you saw there that I had. That was the airplane metal substance material. And now here comes our Iceland grassy, mossy cliff. Okay, I'm not going to let it render forever, but there it is. That's our material right there, and everything looks good. And all the maps adjusted properly. See, the normal map is actually matching the diffuse map, even though all we did was those little sliders. So pretty convenient, pretty cool that we can get all these free ones. There's not sure the number that's available free through 3D Studio Max, but it's probably like 100 as well. And then we know there's 112 in Unreal Engine. So all those are free for you to use in either platform, either 3D Studio Max or Unreal Engine. So you can actually take the ones that are free in 3D Studio Max and take them back to Unreal Engine as well. So let's check out how to do that. Okay, let's look at how to get those ones from 3D Studio Max back into Unreal Engine. As we know, with the launch of Unreal Engine 4.19, we have a Substance plugin. If you don't have it yet, then you can go search for it in the marketplace, or actually it shows you right down here, Substance plugin, install to engine, right? So that should be installed for you already. That's what we were using to get the Substance source and all that stuff. But what it also does is it will directly import Substance materials. So if we search again for, let's go look for our substances. So here I can navigate and I can find my Iceland grassy cliffs again. I can find, let's do the aluminum hairline brushed sbsar. So that's the file type it's looking for. If I grab that, it will just come in here. Okay, aluminum hairline brushed. There's my material right there. And my instance graph is here so that I can adjust all those things. Okay, so you can see that can import directly, but remember we have a whole stash of Substance materials that came with 3D Studio Max too, so we can always go and find those. And we saw the file earlier. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, we've gone to Program Files, Autodesk, 3ds Max 2018, Maps, Substance, and then we go to Textures. And let's go back to Autumn Leaves, sure, and then import it. Okay, and here's our material right here. All set up, ready to go. There's our autumn leaves. And of course, we have the instance graph, or the graph instance, with all these different parameters that we can change. Okay, so there you go. We actually have access to hundreds of free substances just by having Unreal Engine 4.19 and by having a version of Max. This is 2018 that I'm using, but substances have been included with Max since way back when, probably since 2011, maybe even earlier. Okay, I'd have to go back and check that, but I know it's been a long time. And you can use all those substances in either V-Ray or Unreal Engine. All you got to do is have all the right plugins. So hopefully that's helpful to you guys. Bunch of really nice, cool materials, all available to you to use for free.